Continuing our series on witch energy and pumpkin recipes, this week we're going to meet the Sorceress. Now, she is a witch who knows what she wants and doesn't let anything get in her way. Have no doubt she will get what she wants. She doesn't concern herself with what other people think. She has a strong connection to self and her personal power. Her unwavering stance for her vision and what she believes in will either inspire you or make you feel uncomfortable. Those who feel discomfort around her energy may be in shadow themselves, meaning, due to them giving away their own personal power. This is a resentment caused by seeing another woman taking control of her life in a way that, she feels she can't. So if a woman's looking at another woman and envious, it may be a personal block she's having with her own energy. The sorceress energy I'm referring to and use myself is not related to the traditional definition of sorcery. My craft is based on intentionally bringing in positive energy for myself and for the good of all. Tap into the sorceress energy when you want to feel confident, empowered, unapologetic, and need laser beam of focus for your goals. When stepping into sorceress energy, be careful to stay balanced by making time for fun, have fun, nurture relationships, connect with nature, and rest. This energy can be intense, the sorceress energy. If you're a high achiever, it may be difficult to switch this power off. I invite you to take some time to reflect on this. So some journal prompts for you, or just thinking about it if you're listening to the podcast or watching this. Can you think of examples of influential and courageous women you admire who embody this potent energy? In what ways have you given your power to someone else today? How can sorceress energy be used to make your mundane feel magical? Try it on and see what happens. Now on to our pumpkin recipe. Hello, today we're going to make pumpkin oatmeal breakfast bars, maybe. I found this recipe on the internet and I will link it at the end of the video. But the main ingredient is oats and pumpkin. And then we have maple syrup, plant-based milk. This is almond milk. Pumpkin pie spice. You can use cinnamon and nutmeg if you don't have pumpkin pie spice. This is shredded coconut. I'm guessing you can omit that if you don't have it. These are optional too. These are dried cranberries, chia seeds in this recipe, baking powder, and salt. I think I have everything. So let's get started. All right, let's get this party started. Here I've got, I'm gonna make this for, I believe I punched in 8 servings. So the recipe calculators are awesome. Remember that. You can adjust, usually on online recipes, you can adjust how many servings that you want. So I did to 8. And so that means that's 3.5 cups of oats. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Make sure it's baking powder. So you're doing your dry ingredients first, and this is a good practice. We've got 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. Again, if you don't have pumpkin pie spice, just use cinnamon. It's fine. No worries. Good practice to measure your spices over something else. Like, what if you accidentally dumped the whole thing in? So it's good practice to do it over something you're not gonna, like something that, like a dish or bowl or a cup or something. So we got 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I'm just gonna fill this to the 1/2, and again I'm gonna go over here so I don't ruin my recipe. So I'm just gonna do a 1/2. I'm being lazy because I do have a 1/2, but a half teaspoon, but I'm gonna just fill my teaspoon with 1/2. 2 tablespoons of shredded coconut. I don't think this is absolutely necessary, but if you have it, great. If you don't let it deter you from giving this recipe a try. So 1, 2. And this is unsweetened coconut. She just wrote shredded coconut, but I'd get it unsweetened unless you like things very sweet. 4 teaspoons of chia seed. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just got my Reiki certification, so I learned that you can send or share Reiki with your food. So it's like being a kitchen witch because I'm always excited and put a lot of love into my food. But thinking about sending Reiki to your food was just another interesting magical concept for me. So we have all the dry ingredients in here, and I'm going to mix up some patience and self-love. I've been really doing a lot of work. I'm trying to learn to relax a little. I tend to be like an overdoer, and I don't take a lot of time to relax. Although I do meditate on nature in the morning. It could be 5 minutes, it could be a half an hour, but I take time to sit and just, I love looking at trees in the sky and all the things in nature. But other than that, the other times I am very intensely working on the Kitchen Witch energy shift because I love it so much. So I'm gonna Reiki and Kitchen Witch intention to remind myself to slow down, do something fun. This is fun for me though, so I guess maybe I am just on the right track. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Okay, sending Reiki to everybody who eats this. Reiki's basically sharing love, really, sharing the power, energy of love using your hands. So it's very, very much related to being in line with kitchen witchery. All right, so these are our dry ingredients. I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to use the pan. I'm going to give this a try, like using less cleanup, making it less cleanup. So I always put a little bit of coconut oil at the bottom if I'm baking something like a dessert type or sweet thing. I guess it doesn't matter if it's sweet or not, but I use coconut oil to line the pan. And yes, I washed my hands. My hands are my best tool, again, for Reiki and kitchen witchery and all that stuff. So I'm just clean hands. I'm spreading my love at the bottom of the pan. And I think about this too, that I'm nurturing myself with this oil. My hands like to be busy. They love to create. So they want to be involved. And I can feel the coconut oil. You feel it alchemizing right underneath your fingertips because it was solid, because it's getting chilly here. And I'm softening it up, spreading it around the love. And then you can use it to nourish your hands too. So, right? Isn't that great? Okay, so here's this. Now we're gonna do the wet ingredients. So it's just over a cup. It's like a cup, 1.33 cups. So I overflowed this 1 cup, so it went above the 1 cup line. I don't think you have to be very technical. It says 6 to 8 tablespoons of maple syrup, so I'm probably gonna put, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm just gonna use 6, I think. 6.5? Let's go with my gut. There we go. Then my non-dairy milk, 2 cups. So I probably just have 2 cups. Oh my gosh. So don't worry, no worries. I have a little under 2 cups, so I'm just gonna add water. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna give this a try. I've never done this like right in the pan. This is weird. This is 2 cups. I'm just combining this in here. This is interesting. It's kind of fun, actually. It's different. But you have to be careful because my pan's not big. And this makes me think my pan maybe not big enough. And then my other thought in my head right now is, why don't I just make these oatmeal, like use a muffin tin? Yeah, so that whole idea just developed. And that's what happens when you do intuitive cooking. You don't worry about the rules. Every step that you're taking is just, I don't know, it's you let it unfold. You just take the next step. And don't worry, There's always backup if the recipe comes out. Oh, this is fun to watch. This reminds me of like the West, the desert out west. the rock formations. We went to Sedona earlier this year, and there's a lot of red rock there. Clay. This is reminding me of it. It's like kind of look at the swirls. Can you see the swirls? This is kind of fun. And I feel like this also, if you can think of baking and cooking as a meditation, I could probably do this for a while, just relaxing as I'm reminder to slow down. Because if I had this in a bowl, I'd probably go a lot faster. So I'm just taking my time, watching the colors blend into each other. This is really making me feel super relaxed. This is an unexpected little benefit. It's a Sunday morning while I'm creating this video, and the kids are sleeping. And this just feels really good. And see, now we're almost incorporated. You can see a little bit of swirl. And I feel like this is well combined now. Normally, like I said, I'd kind of be mixing, not furiously, but like quicker than I am now. Another swirl. Swirl. This could be a base for a pumpkin soup too, because there's maple syrup in here, because like you can have a sweet pumpkin soup, but we're not doing pumpkin soup. Stay on point, Michelle. I'm just thinking. So inspiration and ideas will come to you when you let yourself sort of like slow down and meditate. More ideas will download. That was fun and unexpected. Okay, so making messes. So what I'm going to do now is transfer this into the dry. So you're going to watch me attempt to transition this into here. Oh, that worked out well. So see how you need you want to make sure you have a big mixing bowl so you have lots of space. So here's our bowl and my spoon. My magical wand. Again, I'm enjoying the process of watching this alchemize. So make sure the wet and dry ingredients are well combined, and then we'll add about 3/4 of a cup of dried cranberries in here and just mix those in. You can use chocolate chips, you can use nuts, but I just had cranberries, so I used those. And then I did end up putting it in my baking pan. I didn't use the muffin tin, but you can do that. Spread it evenly throughout the pan and bake it at 365. I think I did about 30 minutes, and it came out really good. I put some plant-based vanilla yogurt on top and a little pumpkin pie spice. It was really good. I would say you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for a snack. It's, even a dessert if you wanted to put ice cream on it or something like that. But here's the finished product. Healthy and delicious. And here is the recipe. Many thanks to vegan Richa, I hope I'm saying that right, for her vegan pumpkin baked oatmeal recipe. I'll link it in the notes too.